Hello Pisces, welcome to your bonus reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Nine of Swords. This is cruelty. This is despair. This is sometimes the awareness that there's a situation in our life that is not one that we should be tolerating, okay? And it could be that there's a person in your life that really does mean well, that really does, that really thinks they're helping, but they're not, okay? Sometimes there's an inability to distinguish this card and the Seven of Swords. The criticism, versus cruelty. That we can share our opinions, we can receive the opinions of others, I can receive criticism, and I'm not going to tolerate cruelty. Okay? And some people feel as if, in their cruelty, well, I'm giving you an honest opinion, and, you should be okay with that, right? There's a line there. And I think we have to recognize where that line is. For me, for example, on this channel, I like getting criticism. I like when you all tell me what you like or don't like about what I'm doing, what I'm saying, or how I look, or, that sort of thing, if that's important to you. I like receiving that criticism, but what I will not tolerate is cruelty. It's okay to sort of question each other and to challenge opinions and to give advice or opinions, even if they're not solicited. And that's fine, and I like that. It creates a lively debate and discourse and different perspectives, right? I very rarely delete any comments on the channel unless they are just downright mean or cruel. Okay? It's one thing to give your opinion about something. It's another thing to do so in a way that is really just mean and is not meant to be constructive in any way, So let's see where this energy is in your life, okay? I feel that this could even be the recognition that somebody in your life is not treating you very kindly. That maybe they've been living under this disguise of just being very honest and very critical of what you're doing, and they sort of have your best interests at heart, and it's okay, but to now realize that they're just being downright mean, well, we got to do something about that, okay? I think this is the realization of a very painful truth. A bit of a plot twist here, okay? That's all right. We can handle that, Let's put the rest of our cards out on the table. Look at that. Replacing that Nine of Swords with a Nine of Cups. Sometimes in our efforts to live our very best life, we have to be okay with receiving a little bit of painful truth now and again. To know what we want, we've got to know what we absolutely do not want. So we draw a line here between love and happiness and cruelty, severity, despair, desolation. Okay? If you are experiencing a Nine of Swords, reach out, activate your support system. Okay? Do what you need to do. Make a phone call, you know what I mean? Reach out to people. Because we don't need to remain in that situation. If somebody is being cruel to you, if somebody is harming you in any way, you have to reach out in the proper way and get yourself out of this. Because you do deserve happiness and abundance. You deserve to pursue your happiness and follow your bliss. So I think that we're getting a little bit of a painful realization here. A little bit of painful truth. 3 of Swords. There's a 7 of Swords. 10 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. See how things are getting better. This is a bit of a plot twist, okay? That I think what began as just sort of acceptable criticism, and it's kind of like, okay, well, you know, they mean well, and they're giving me their opinion, and we can sort of talk about it, and they're entitled to their opinion, and I don't mind that they share their criticism, you know, of what you're doing, and it seemed like it was okay at first. But then it could be that it's just become so much and so often and so severe that it feels like we're being tortured. It feels like punishment. It feels like death by 1,000 cuts. It feels like a 9 of Swords. We got to do something about that. And I think the recognition, at least to understand, like, okay, what this person's really about. Okay, well, that's their energy. Okay, good. I'm glad I know. Thanks for showing me your true colors. Because now I can get on with getting on and get happy. These are the best cards of the tarot pack, and you got them. You got them. This is Jupiter in Pisces, by the way. It's an expansion. This is cards meant for you. I think this whole message is meant for you. This is major. This is a big deal. Okay, things are turning around for you. If you felt recently that you've been at the bottom of the wheel, you know, between the rubber and the road, things are turning around. Okay? We're making changes here. I feel like this is Spirit's way of saying it's time for a change. It's time to get yourself out of this very painful 9 of Swords situation. This is Mars in Gemini. It's criticism, yeah, but it's meant to attack, not meant to construct, right? This is the moon in Aquarius. This is like true criticism with the intention, with love, still with the intuition and the vision there to try to make progress. We want to have this lively discussion and debate. We want to share our opinions and our criticisms of each other so that we can grow, so that we can get better, we can make progress. There's no progress here, only pain, only division, only cruelty and malice, and we don't need that. Okay? Well, Spirit's taking us in a different direction now. And of course, if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now we'll do the rest of our cards here. Path of the Serpent. We got the Ace of Swords, see? All right, there we go. We've got the Moon card, which is your superpower card. This is the card that rules the sign of Pisces. It's Pisces o'clock, right? This is you going out, going your own way, going into the dark, scary forest because you know you can handle it. You're made of the same stuff, right? You're going to go out here into the world and you're going to claim your fortune. You don't need this. I like that we have an Ace of Swords. We put an ace on that 9. What do we get? We get a 10 of Swords. We're putting an end to that. The clarity here, your clarity, is giving you it's just showing you the truth about this situation so you can leave that behind you. And you got a 2 of Cups. And you got a 10 of Pentacles. Your best life's ahead of you. Now, interesting that we don't see any court cards here. I don't know who this person is. I don't know who's doing this to you in your life. Maybe the idea here is you're doing it to yourself. Maybe that we're criticizing ourselves, but maybe we're doing it in a way that's not constructive anymore. It's destructive. We're tearing ourselves down, tearing ourselves apart, rather than doing it with the spirit of progress, the spirit of getting better and reaching higher and higher states of understanding and growth, which is a 7 of Swords, moon in Aquarius kind of thing. But this is still a lot of criticism. We're still intellectually analyzing something. Okay? We're still talking about it. And it's okay. As long as we're talking, it's okay. Nine of Swords kind of saying we're starting to yell now. We're just being cruel and mean to each other or to ourselves. So we got to get out of that. And I think that we have more air energy down here with this Three of Swords. And this is Saturn in Libra, right? It's kind of saying like, you may have to make your circle smaller in life, Pisces, okay? Can't please everybody. You don't need everybody. You don't have to allow everybody in. Maybe your inner circle needs to be smaller. You know, just quality. Keep the right people around you and the heck with everybody else. Especially if they're involved here in some way. And now I don't know who's in your life. I am suspicious that this might be something that you're sort of doing to yourself, okay? And it could be, both could be true. It could be other people around you. It could be sort of leading us to believe that, yeah, maybe I am worthless. Maybe I am no good. Maybe I am terrible at this, right? Because maybe it starts with this criticism over here. Too much of that criticism from other people or from ourselves, it devolves into cruelty. And now we're starting to believe some of these negative opinions that we either have thought about or that other people have said to us. Now we're thinking, oh gosh, yeah, I'm a terrible person. I'm worthless. I'm nothing. I don't deserve anything. No, let's stop that. That's going to make me angry. That's some nonsense. Okay, let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the Factor, Infinite, and Unknown. It's going to go right here with Alien Simon Mork Ripley right on top. It could be another Pisces person in your life. Okay, you're not the only one. Maybe that's why we've got this card in the environment. Maybe why this card's in the position of your relationships, right? And I think it's there for a couple of reasons. First of all, if you have a prediction for the mystery card, please put it in the comments down below. All right? Let's do it together. Let's work on this intuition. Let's do it together, anyway. Looking around the room, I see the Divine Timing, Wheel of Fortune, and I see your superpower card, the Moon card. It is Pisces o'clock, okay? In a very real and spiritual way. It's time for you to rise. It's time for you to get out of this criticism, self-criticism, despair, desolation, this cruelty, malice, this pain. It's time to get out of this. Okay? That's a real plot twist. It's kind of like you're the one saying, hey, plot twist, I'm out of here. Plot twist, I'm not believing in those things anymore. I'm not letting this Nine of Swords poison my aura, my soul, my spirit, my mind, my heart, my body. And it feels like it's everything, you know? That Nine of Swords is not just mental. It's emotional too. It's physical. It's spiritual. It can be psychosomatic. You know, when we start to believe all the poison that we're thinking or hearing, and it literally acts as a poison in our bodies. Okay? So enough is enough. Yeah. We've got our two major arcana energies. We've got a little bit of fire up here. We've got a good water. Oh, that's good water. We've got the air energy, and the air really seems like what it's all about. 1, 2, 3, 4 air cards, and a little bit of earth. We got fire and earth up here. We've got fire and earth, 10 and 10. Maximum effort, maximum rewards. You're getting back to living. You're getting back to putting in your effort where it really needs to go. You're putting your effort into a particular relationship or a way of relating to something. Maybe yourself. Maybe another Pisces person. Maybe someone else, I don't know. The 10 and 10, fire and earth, is saying let's not waste our vital energy on nonsense. Let's not waste our spiritual energy, our divine light, our inspiration, our youth, our vitality, our vigor on crap, on things that are not worthwhile. Because we could be applying all of this energy toward our best life, toward living the good life, feeling wealthy, being in a wealthy sort of state. You got your health, you got your wealth, your fitness, your finances, you got your people, your pets, your plants. You got the relationships that work. Let's apply our efforts to this rather than this 10 of Wands becoming the complete and utter exhaustion that we feel dealing with this stuff. Okay? This is draining you. This is a vampiric situation. I mean, it's an energy vampire in a way. I think it's being done not through, it kind of reminds, What We Do in the Shadows, Colin Robinson, not that kind of energy vampire, but a vampire that drains your energy, that sucks your soul away by tearing you down, by putting you down, by being mean and cruel, that gets some sort of power from being kind of an a-hole, right? Or a big one. There are people that seem to be empowered, seem to be gain some sort of sense of power or force from being really cruel and mean, from tearing other people down, boosts other people up. It's ego, It's because they're inadequate. It's because they have no vitality of their own. So they feel by tearing you down that they're getting stronger, like a vampire, right? Anyway. It makes me sort of angry to see it, but I love how things progress. Oh, I love how it's flowing. Seems like it's significant, yeah, but it's already on its way out, okay? Already on its way out. The Nine of Cups is you pursuing your happiness, physically, financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, creatively, pursuing your happiness, following your bliss. You can't feel a Nine of Cups life. You can't feel like you're living your happy life when you're in this situation, when you're sort of, this is what you're feeling now. The despair, the cruelty, the mean. It feels like every energy out there is just attacking me, one thing after another, Maybe this isn't necessarily about a person, okay? Let's look at this in the context of your environment. It could be that we feel perhaps a little isolated or a little bit lost in the world. It could be that all of the effort that we could be applying to our best life, and really with fire and earth here, that's what sort of is born out of that. This is what we want in life. In every reading, this is it, right? Fire to earth, maximum effort, maximum rewards. We're living a happy life. And we're achieving what we set out to achieve, whatever that might be for you, whatever your idea of the good life or the wealthy, rich life is. All the energy that we could put into that is being sort of drained away from us because we're in this life, we're living our particular life right now, or the conditions of our lives. It may feel as if it's one thing after another that keeps attacking you. And it may be a death by 1,000 cuts. It may be this idea of it's not just one person that sort of just tears us down in our lives and we got to get away from that person. This could be that, my shoelaces broke. I got a flat tire. My dog died. They took a fee out of my bank account. I was late paying a bill. They're mad at me at work. Or, I got to fix the car, the house, the plumbing, the water heater's going out, There's all these things that pile up. The kids are sick. My parents are having issues. They're struggling. There's all these things. It's one thing after another. It's every way we turn. Every time we try to get focused on our work and what we need to do for our lives, it's just like, ouch, ouch, ouch. All these little needles poking us. It may not be one thing that we can identify, that we could then say, see you later. Okay? And what do we do with that? Life is going to have, and it may even be in your environment here with this moon card, that you may not see a different way of living. Right? We take all these good cards away. And I say good cards. Every card has light and shadow, right? But we take these cards as they are, and it just kind of feels like, hey, this is life, and I can't see a different way of being. I can't see anything different. The future's uncertain. It's probably going to just be more of the same. It's dark and scary out here. When we're in this scary wilderness of the moon card, it feels like at every moment there's some beast that's going to jump out at me and attack me and hurt me again. It seems like I don't even want to try to be happy, because at any moment something's going to happen, and it's going to be kind of like, oh, joke's on you, you know. And sometimes it feels that way. And sometimes we curse the universe and we think, why is it every time I start to smile, something bad happens to me? You know? I think this is kind of, this is a habit or a cycle that we get into, and I don't think it really is the way things work. I think the more we dwell on that and focus on that, the more we believe that, the more it becomes true. Okay? So I don't know if this is an actual person in your life, one particular person, or if it feels like it's just kind of everybody. Everything is against us, you know. I think focusing on other things is going to help you out. I think that Spirit is saying things are going to turn around, but we have to help that process. Okay? Maybe the Three of Swords is really the process here. Maybe this is how we're going to help out. Because the Three of Swords is the function of the mind. It's the function of memory, but it's understanding the process of creation on the mental plane. What you think about is what you will experience. What you experience is what you're going to think about. It's a loop. And we're going to be stuck in that loop. If we think it often enough, intensely enough, we're going to attract more of that into our life. And the more of it we attract, the easier it's going to be to keep believing that. Whether this is a person or a general feeling of life, we've got to change the way we're thinking about things. Okay? For one, we've got to believe that we have the right and have the ability, and that we deserve to pursue our very best life. Okay? And we have to fortify ourselves against that kind of, against these vampiric attacks, right? We have to try to not let our mind go in those places, because there will always be trouble. And if we look at the universe as being a cold and dark, scary, unknown, frightening, nightmare, dark, scary forest kind of place, then every moment of every day and every night, we're going to be on edge, right? We're going to be burning all of our fuel, just waiting in anticipation for something to jump out at us. Okay? And so it's difficult to have a happy life when we feel like everything's going wrong, you know. So it is. That's the essence of life. There's always going to be some unknown factor that's going to jump out at us in the future, you know. And part of what we can do is try to prepare for those things that are going to jump out at us. Try to find a place of clarity and of calm, clear our heads a little bit, and train ourselves to not be always looking for the next disaster. And when something does jump out at us, it's, oh, hi, I was expecting you. And here's what I can do about it. Training ourselves to react to the world in a different way. Okay? Where life doesn't have to be, now I'm talking very generally here. The unknowns, the unknown of life doesn't have to be a dark, scary forest that then we are living a life of despair and desolation, and everything is, the world is a cruel, cruel place. We can replace that with an experience of life is a happy place. Life is a dark, scary forest waiting for me to arrive there with my sunlight, with my soul, my spiritual illumination, to see what's going on. And yeah, I can see all the dark things that are out there, and I can see them coming. If I bring the light of my consciousness, yeah, I can see, okay, yeah, there's going to be some repairs and stuff in the house, and there's going to be illnesses and losses, there's going to be pain, there's going to be trouble, there's going to be difficulty, there's going to be obstacles. But there's a way to approach those realities or those fears of life with clarity, knowing that they're going to happen at some point, kind of expecting the unexpected, right? Because it is possible to live a happy life, even when a lot of things go wrong. Some days it feels like everything is going wrong, okay? And some days it may feel like everything's going right. I think you're going to start having more green lights than red lights, but it's going to require a shift in your attention. We're giving too much attention, too much of our vital, conscious, spiritual energy over to this Nine of Swords. Let's start giving it over to living a happy life. It doesn't change the reality. This moon card's still here. It doesn't change the Wheel of Fortune, which says some days you're going to be on top, some days you're going to be on the bottom. It doesn't change that. But it's about a shift of focus. Okay? Everything else, the life could be exactly the same, but we have a different experience of it. We're relating to it in a different way. Now, I do feel that there are specific elements of your life that are contributing to this Nine of Swords feeling, and I think we also have to withdraw our energy from that. It could be a friend, a family member, a partner, anything. Because of this Ten of Wands, it kind of says that there might be some codependence going on. That this might really be a relationship that you have to say, it's not worth it, right? Whatever benefit you have in that association, it's not worth that Nine of Swords feeling. So this may be really taking responsibility and just saying, I'm done. I got to focus on other things. It doesn't mean you have to leave your job, doesn't mean you have to break up with anybody or leave your family. It's about controlling what you choose to think about, what you're putting your effort into. You could put your effort into creating your best life and creating your good life, experiencing some happiness, but you've got to be able to control how you let in. All this negative energy is always going to be at your door. It's always going to be knocking to try to get in. And it's kind of saying, I don't need to focus on that all the time. I can have a little Seven of Swords. I can give it some mental energy, deal with it, do what needs to be done, and then forget about it. You know, we don't have to dwell on all of these problems all day, every day. Let's dwell on some positive things, things that we could be doing and need to be doing and want to be doing. Yeah, problems are going to arise, and we're going to have to focus our energy on those problems. That's life. That's the way it rolls. Yeah. I think that the plot twist here really is that whatever is contributing, I'm not going to say causing, whatever is contributing to your Nine of Swords, the plot twist is you don't have to let it. You either kick that person out of your life, or you change the way you're focusing your mental energy. You control what enters your mind. No matter what the Wheel of Fortune brings you. I think the Wheel of Fortune is bringing you some very lovely things, but it won't always be pleasure, right? So we're over here with our Ace of Swords. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. It supports the channel, and I really do appreciate that. This is sort of a clarity of mind. It's keeping a very open mind, very clear head. And it's kind of keeping a watchful eye on what is entering your consciousness. Keeping a very vigilant eye on what thoughts you're having. Suddenly we realize I'm starting to dwell on my problems. I'm starting to dwell on the negative energy. Okay, bring it back to center. Clear our minds all over again. And we can train ourselves to do this. This is holding a candle in our mind and just watching what things are getting close. and say, no, I don't need to think about that stuff right now. I'm busy focusing on this good stuff, the stuff I really want and need to be doing. This is a sword. It's an ace of swords, right? It's that you have it in your hand, in your grip. And this is allowing you to direct your thoughts wherever you want them to go. It's like you got a little laser pointer. Let's think that way. Okay. This is a tool. This is a weapon. You're able to defend your peace of mind from intruding thoughts, from negative thoughts, from dwelling on negative things, dwelling on problems, etc. Is you able to use this as a tool to write your own story, to write the reality that you want. Write somebody out of your life if you have to. You're in control of what you think about and what enters your consciousness. It takes training and practice, of course. We can do it. Okay? And even doing it just a little bit makes a huge difference. Okay? Now we've got, of course, this the moon card and the environment. Sometimes it feels like we don't know who to trust. Sometimes it feels as if everybody's against us. Sometimes it feels like all of our relationships, we're kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. We're waiting for that negative energy to come in. And if we're expecting it, well, that's what we're going to get. Okay? We could look at life as an adventure, as a mystery, right? As a quest that we're going to enter into this darkness shining our very brightest light. And we're going to take it as it comes. We're going to accept what is there. We're going to change what we can change, control what we can control, and then we're going to accept the rest. We're going to have a much better experience of life. And so I think this is very good. This is showing that you're a very sensitive person. You're a very deep person. I think you have a very rich experience of the world. And it goes to very, very deep extremes, right? 9 of Cups, 9 of Swords, kind of extremes. Now, 2 of Cups in this position of kind of what we don't want. But I think what we need not only the recognition of what relationships are harmful to us, to get those out of there, but we need a recognition of those relationships that are positive and healthy, reciprocating, loving, respectful, affectionate, intimate. Right? 2 of Cups, we need love, right? We need more of it. And that may be the plot twist too. By not thinking so much about the negative stuff, you're leaving yourself open to these opportunities for the really good stuff, to be able to recognize the good stuff and to take it, to engage with it, to interact with it, to unite with it. There may be a new romance on the horizon for you. There are definitely new relationships of a very positive and supportive kind, and existing relationships of a strong, supportive, and loving kind. But we're not going to recognize that. We're not going to reap the benefits of these types of relationships if we're dwelling on this other stuff and we're keeping those other people around, right? Again, sort of make your circle smaller. Yeah. You got to have the right people in there. The wrong people, they stay out there. And that's all going toward your very best life. Okay, this is the picture of your best life. This is a picture of the good life. That's what we want. That's what we all want. We just want to live a good life, live a happy life, feel successful, feel wealthy and rich in our experiences, in our relationships. We want something solid, something stable, something lasting. That's definitely not a 9 of Swords, right? This is what we want. And I think that's what you're getting. Prosperity. Because now you're freeing up a lot of your energy to devote to that. Even in the ups and downs of life, no matter what the Wheel of Fortune throws at you, I think it's throwing a lot of love at you. You're focusing your energy on the life that you're creating and the experience that you have of that life. Let's look at our mystery card with our little alien. I don't know. I don't know what this could be. I think it might be a major arcana or a court card. Probably a court card. Let's see what we have. It's the Temperance card, major arcana. Could be referring to a Sagittarius person. Okay, but I think that this is a card of balance. It's a card of moderation, right? Temperance. It's not too much. Knowing how much is too much, knowing how little is too little. Kind of realizing that everything balances out. So we're expecting terrible days, and we get terrible days. That's too much. We're expecting all good days. All good days. We get the good days. What happens when we get a bad day? Sort of brings the whole house of cards down. But if we're expecting bad days, bad days, bad days, what happens when you get a good day? Sort of goes unnoticed. We think, well, that was a fluke, you know. So we have to have this realization that life is going to have ups and downs. And it may be there are stretches of time where it feels like everything's going wrong. It may feel like there are stretches of time where everything's going right. We know it's going to flip back to the other side at some point. At the end of the universe, it's all going to be this big fat zero anyway. Okay? So we approach life in this very tempered way. We're not expecting anything really. We're trying to live a good and happy life, knowing that there will be fluctuations. Some days will be a little bit more on the fire, some days a little bit more on the water side of things. But we know that our ability to endure those things is creating a strength of character. We're building ourselves into a very, very strong being, right? Very strong and fortified soul that can withstand these ups and downs of life. That can, no matter the circumstances, can continue to apply all of your energy where it needs to go in a very controlled way and have an overall happy life, even when things aren't going so well. Because it is the temperance, it is the strengthening of the metal. It allows us to endure. Really, we're tempering our sword, right? Our ability to remain poised. It is almost a stoic kind of energy. Allowing ourselves to remain sort of poised and in control no matter what happens. Right? Problems arise, we deal with them. And then we keep going. It doesn't have to totally send us into this spiral, the Nine of Swords energy. I like this reading for you. Now we're going to do an extended reading as well if you want to stick around. There is a link up in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Pisces, Thursdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.